Hello and welcome back. Today we're playing a list by João Claudio, who just 5-0'd the most recent Standard League event, running Gruul Delirium with 4 copies of the Huntsman's Redemption. This is a card I've never actually played before. For 3 mana, you get a 3/3 green beast creature token off the bat. Then next turn for phase 2, you can sack a creature. If you do, search your library for a creature or basic land, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle. So you could sack the 3/3 beast, although 3 beast is actually pretty strong. Probably looking to sack one of your cheap ramp creatures that you don't need anymore. Maybe a lot more elves. Maybe specifically the artifact creature, try to help you get towards that fear of missing out delirium. You can even sack the Badgermole Cub animated lands. So if you play Cub, animate the land, they kill Cub immediately. You just have a random land sitting around. You can sack the land. Earthbending, of course, brings it back as a land anyway, so you lose nothing, and you still get to go fetch a Ribroid. If you play at that turn, then, at the beginning of combat, it goes up to a 2/4, you get some counters. Then when you get to phase 3, you get to give +2/+2 and trample to up to 2 target creatures. So if you do that immediately on the Ribroid, it's gone from a 2/4 last turn up to a 4/6 pre-combat, and then you're putting 4 counters on your entire board. So this is just really good with Ribroid. You make a 3/3, you fetch a Ribroid, you pump Ribroid pre-combat, and then pump everything else to the moon. So, and then I'll say the last thing is it is an enchantment saga that goes to the graveyard after phase 3. So then you automatically get an enchantment in the graveyard to help towards your delirium. So it's good. I'm looking forward to it. The rest of it is pretty standard Gruul delirium stuff. I don't think I have too much to add, just maybe a single random Hellkite in there, which is always a good card. We got some sideboard stuff. We're gonna run it. No cuts or edited gameplay. We'll just try it out in ranked top 1% mythic best of 3. I'm really enjoying best of 3. There's more to learn. Making mistakes. I don't know the deck list as well. Like in the freaking Jeskai matchup yesterday, if I knew the deck list, I would have known that they had Aetherize open, because there's nothing else they could have had. They had 6 mana, and I could have played around that, but didn't know the deck list. Because not really played that in best of 1. We're on the play here with double red. Brindle here? I guess it's okay. Hopefully Hill Deer can help us find a green source. Alright, green source off the top. Nice. It sticks around till next turn. We got the Magebane Lizard for game 2. Duelist of the Mind. Alright, it's actually not what I expected. There's our land, we'll take it. We could sack the... I don't want to do this. We just want to hit next land for a Ribroid, basically. I don't know how these triggers will stack if we can sack the Brindledeer with the Huntsman Redemption on the stack. I actually don't know. Let's find out. That would be very good for us. It's fine. We'll hold full control, put like an upkeep stop or something. Stop before combat, upkeep and draw. Alright. It's got a little bit of a draw engine down. Teamer, +1 and trample and haste, actually going for damage instead. So we draw. I'd like to resolve this first. Can I sack the... Sweet, it's going to get sacked anyway, right? Great, that's awesome. Alright, we actually just need the basic land here to cast Ribroid. Which I think is where I want to go anyway. Alright. It's got haste as well, which is interesting. Get in there. Free block, take 4. Okay, bounce the token. Commit a crime, draw a discard. Riddle for 2 with haste. 8, 9 damage coming in here. 11 damage. Drop to 6 with just an Ribroid. And potentially if it just plays the flyer next turn, we do just lose. Is there anything we can do here? Nothing has reach. I don't know that we can win here. Even the dragon off the top? We could look for a hasty throw. I just don't think there's a way we can block the flyers. If he hits land next turn, we just lose. Okay, I don't think I'm going to shock that in. Okay, he's got some flying threats. We don't really have any removal. Eats it, goes land, Quantum Riddler, has trample and haste, attacks us to death. There's the land. Alright, that is game 1. Ow. Ow. Go to game 2. I don't actually know if there's a Magebane Lizard deck or not. I feel like it probably still is. Torch can kill the little tokens. Yeah, it's got to be a lizard deck, right? Boomerang Basics. Second artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. That's actually a cheap way to kill the Riddler, maybe? Late game? Might be better than a braid. I don't know. Again, this is a list. I don't actually know this list by heart. It's gonna be. Is it? I don't know if I can find it fast enough. Okay, we'll just have to do it on the fly. I think we'll keep a braid here on the play. On the draw, might go pick your poison as a cheap way to kill the flyer, but I'm hoping we win before a 5-mana flyer comes down. That's my hope here on the play. And I don't know if they run Fear of Missing Out. I guess that would work well with the enchantment too. Yeah, maybe pick your poison's perfect there. Picks off the 0/3 flyer, picks off the Sphinx flyer. If they run nowhere to Fear of Missing Out, that's an enchantment. Get sack a Storm Chaser talent instead, though. It's very cheap. It's probably better than a braid in this matchup. Oh, wait. Maybe I'll go try to find the exact list. Is it... It's currently called Is It Aggro? No, I mean, they got the Mako, they got the Seal. Maybe a braid's better. A braid kills almost everything except for the Riddler. Winter Night Stories... 4 torches, some talents, Frostcliff Siege, Roaring Furnace. They probably bring in Pyroclasm, maybe? For the Badger Mole. Maybe Fire Magic as well. This really isn't a good hand unless we top something good in the next 2 turns. I don't know if we have enough card filtering to make this work. I think this is better. Hellkites only kills a Mako? I don't know if we need that one here. Like, if we draw a couple removal spells with the last hand, and we do nothing, we're pretty sad. Alright, dead immediately. Duelist returns. Could have breed it. I think I'd rather break out here. Magebane Lizard we think is good. We don't have any land though. Burn Video could help us hit land, as could the Fear Missing Out, I guess. Okay, land is important. So now we can redemption sack the forest. And maybe try to get in a reward. Dude's playing the exact same game as last game. There's only a 1 of in the deck, I think. He's had it both times. Can abrade this time, though. Takes the turn off to draw. Okay, slows down a little bit. We do get to rubber it here, though. Well, there's one anyway. Does that change what we pick? Again, we'll go ahead and reorder the triggers. Sack you first. The next Auroboroid. It's not bad, right? I think I'm just happy to take it here. Okay, feeling very similar to last game. It goes to 14. Riddler comes down for 2 with Trample and Haste. Tap, draw a bunch of cards. Okay. See if they can find an answer to the Auroboroid. Roaring Furnace, 4 damage. Kill the first Auroboroid. Alright. Land is nice here. So we can keep the pressure full on. Swing for 10. When it drops to 4. 4 cards in hand. 5 cards in hand. Fear to start, 1 blocker. Riddler for 2 again. So they can find 2 removal spells here, or 2 bounce spells. Another Riddler. Swing for 10 and lethal. Wow, out of nowhere. Okay, I don't think there's anything we can do about that. Well, that sucks. Take our only block, take 10, then 5 again. Up to 1. Just barely get there in game 2. Almost fucking had us out of nowhere, though. Alright, go to game 3 here. Whew. I mean, they're called as an aggro. They're actually pretty aggressive. Torch the tower. I don't know about that one. Pick your poison's the only card I would think about here. But, man, sacking the enchantment. I mean, that enchantment has actually done us a couple times now. They're not really casting that many non-creature spells. I mean, they really are kind of a creature aggro deck. I don't know if Mage Bane Lizard is that good. Depends if they do full boomerang, but they're not really doing that. I think I want to put in 2 of these somewhere. Maybe take out some... It's not really clear yet how good the lizard is. It just depends if they loop, you know, Boomerang Basics a lot, but they haven't done that yet against us. Alright, we'll lean a little bit less hard on the lizard. Again, there is it aggro, not is it spells. And man, killing that enchantment. Maybe they have more than one copy. Maybe they didn't get lucky twice in a row. Alright, this is not bad. Keep this. For sure. Okay, green on 1. Sack an artifact, an enchantment, or a creature with flying. Oh, there's an enchantment to sack. Just be efficient and get the lizard down, though. I think that's fine, especially into the Roboid next turn. Let's hope it's not fire magic or pyroclasm. We haven't seen that yet. Bounce the lizard, take 1. Then what? Storm Chaser's talent, okay. Boomerang Basics. Alright, so they are doing that, so lizard could be good here. We'll have 6 mana this turn. We can replay the lizard and play the Roboid. It's fine. Okay. All right. Man, those first 2 games, that was a hell of a start. The haste into the warped in flyers is actually very brutal. That's a lot of damage out of nowhere. I almost clinched it in game 2 as well. Okay. Move on to match number 2.
You're well on your way to being a great...
It's competitive. I like best of 3. This is fun. This feels way different from best of 1, right? This feels like they're actually kind of stakes in life. It's Kibler. Is it the Kibler? On the play. Sure. A little bit of a pain land situation, but it's okay. Green. Pollinates. Cub. Figure out what to do next. Guess Cub breakout. Momo coming in hot. Oh boy, do you just have to torch this immediately? We'll definitely start with the Cub. How important is it to torch this? Oh man, I just don't know their deck well enough. What is the thing they would put in? What's the 3-mana flyer that's really good? I think we do this still. Wicker Folk, Fear missing out. I think I want to keep the torch in hand. We'll try this, we'll try this. We don't need the land right now. Okay. Alright, we'll see if that bites us in the ass to not torch the Momo immediately. There's a 3-mana 3/3 dragon they can play. Oh, it's gonna be the dragon's deck, yeah. Okay. And off the top, a little bit lucky there. Should probably go look up this list in the meantime. I've played it, but I've forgotten. It's pretty niche. Sarkon. Some big dragons. I mean, we obviously want to be able to kill the dragons. Torch does kill Momo. and the Prince and Sarkhan if we get it early. But then it gets outclassed pretty hard. I don't know that it's worth running the torches in this matchup. Eventually, you know, they play big dragony things. I think that's kind of the only change I would make. Sunspine Lynx, Case, Lizard, no. Abrade, probably not. Abrade can kill some things. There are some 3/3s that can come down. They don't really have that much card draw. We can take out a Curator and put in one more Abrade. Be a little more defensive on the draw here. You could shove in a Case as well if you really want to go the defensive route. Because they just don't have that much card draw. I think if we defend okay, and we have card draw, then we'll win long game. That deck really stalls out. Like, if you have a crazy aggressive start, it's good, but otherwise, it kind of does nothing. 0 lander. Lovely. Mulligan. Oh, God. I don't know that you go to 5. Let's just top deck well, right? Right? Totally. 1/1/1 again. That's not the top deck I was looking for. Not the droid I'm looking for either. Alright, turn 2, 3/3. That's why we have a Braid. I think we still try to Badger Mole first, and then a Braid next turn. We try to kill this thing, and then Wicker Folk. Let's have another one. Hell Kites. Alright. On the play, doing things. Comes in stunned. Now we are actually locked out of the Abrade, which is unfortunate, because we can't tap this for mana, can we? I feel like we can't. Yeah, we literally cannot. Okay, that feels like game 2 right there. Yeah, that's a hell of a curve. That feels like game 2 to me. I don't think we're coming back. Ow. Okay, we'll go to game 3. I think we'll be more aggressive. We can put in more creatures for game 3. I don't know if we need a Case here. We cut like a Braid, I think. Okay. Yeah, I think everything else is fine. Yeah, I think it's fine. I think on the play, you just want to be a little more aggressive. Alright. Yep, looks good. We'll do it. Shock, Pollinate. Try Badger Mole again. Ramp it up. Red do nothing. Come on, green here. Stick. Gonna kill the Pollinator. And then it's gonna kill the Badger Mole in his turn. Okay. That's my guess. Do the 2-mana Dragon Zap. Kill the Cub here? Nope. Sarkhan reveal, get a treasure? Still maybe Burst Lightning the Cub? Momo for the last one. Alright. Okay. Alright, we will be able to fetch a Robroid. Could sack the passage pretty easily. See what they do here. We're down to 14 just off Shocklands. That's low. One to the face. Then Burst Lane the Badger Mole. Alright. 2 mana open. Upkeep stop? No? I think we sack the land here. Still try to get a Riveroid. Hellkite would slow down their next play if they don't hit land, but they could just hit land anyway. I think we'll still take a Riveroid. We're getting low, though. I think they might kill the Pollinator or something here. Let's see. Come on, green's fine. We're getting very low, though. Enters tapped, I guess. Down to 11 now. Maybe they don't have anything. It's hard to tell. Their Braid or something? Get lost? Okay. Probably not going to block, right? +1 and flying, so we're not going to block anyway. I think we've only drawn Painlands this game. Take 5. It's looking like game here. Have to be a heck of a breakout. I mean, Fear with Haste. If anything was going to do it, that is what would do it. Well, this guy doesn't have haste anyway. So we either hit another playable or we don't. It's not playable. I mean, it looks like we can't win no matter what here, right? We can't threaten lethal. So I think it doesn't matter. Untap the 5/5. Take first block there. Drop to 8. We can go again. But they don't have to block, and they just swing for lethal on the crackback. Alright, alright. Worked out. Now they're only swinging for 4 on the crackback. Nope. 4 + 2. Plus get the Momo trigger. Alright. Good game. D rank. Well, we'll take a look at the comment section. It's been a while since I've looked.
What an adventure. You're well on your way to being a great planeswalker.
Dark Avenger, why are you wearing a jacket? Is it cold in Mexico? I am back home on the East Coast, and it is cold in this house. Sentient AI. Someone is lying about these win rates. Nope, you can look them up. Straight from Untapped. To be, like, totally clear, like, if you do not understand how this works is... First off, well, right now I'm doing, like, a league winning deck. Even the league, like, all of this stuff follows the same kind of conceptual issue, which is that I'm only looking at results that did win. which means I am never looking at or seeing all of the many, many results that lost, right? So there's huge bias here. Hold on. I think we'll just break out. Look for like a Badger Mole or something. If we did, we want to cast a 2-drop over attacking. I think I'm down to do that. Leave open red. There's Badger Mole. I think we'll take it. Sure. Okay, so even with today's video, right? I looked at some decks that won the, the recent Standard League, but I'm only seeing decks that won. There could be literally millions of people who ran this exact gruul list, and all of them failed to 5-0 the league, but I see the one that 5-0'd it, so I'm making a video about it. It doesn't inherently mean that the deck is good. Anyone could get lucky enough to 5-0 an event, and I would see it and then play it for you guys, because I think it's interesting or fun or different. It doesn't necessarily mean the deck is good, right? I'm only looking at the winners. And same thing goes for, like, the win rate stuff. Hold on. Can shock and break out again here, maybe, to start? Do we kill the Weaver? We actually might kill the Weaver here. That might be a priority for me. Green, maybe. Could look for another Badger Mole, I guess. And still do most of the stuff, I think. There's an Auroboroid. If we take that to hand, we have 4 mana. We could just Auroboroid right here. Maybe the first to Auroboroid. I think that's probably worth it. Over going the other route. I don't think they block anything here. So same thing with like win rates. So I'm looking at people who have made it to Mythic recently. Often they've gone from Platinum to Mythic or Diamond to Mythic with really exceptional win rates. But I'm only seeing the winters. Everyone who ran an identical deck and did not make it to Mythic, I'm not seeing. So I'm just cherry picking the winners because I think they're interesting and I think they make compelling stories. Can we get to Fear here? We have Enchantment Creature, Sorcery. We could bend the Abrade. I think would be pretty good. Casting the Abrade's also good. I think it's kind of the same thing, right? I think that's probably game right there. I don't think it really matters who we untap. I mean, it just doesn't matter. Like, they can't move from here. Yeah, so I'm just cherry picking the winners. So when you say someone is lying about the win rates, no, I'm not at all. But, of course, it's not representative of, like, millions of games. I'm finding one person who did really well. I'm like, hey, look at this person. They had a great day on, the Standard League event or going from Diamond to Mythic or whatever. Let's review their deck. Let's play it. Let's try it out. Because they obviously did something well, even if they might not perform and likely would not perform as well over millions and millions of games. What are we even up against here? Gene Pollinator? Ultimately, it's whoever Auroboroid's first. I think you need a Braid just in case you can hold that open. And Torch kills Badger Moles, so that's maybe actually worth including. We don't really need Graveyard Hates. We could take out the Curators, probably. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, let's do it. Game 2. But no, I never lie about win rates. I'm literally just a news reporter. I see something in the news, I think it's interesting, I report it, we play it together, we move on to the next day. It's a whole bit. Not amazing, but keepable, I think. We have no payoff. We got a little bit of interaction, we got the Badger Mole. If we top deck anything other than land, we're pretty happy. Why does that always happen? It feels like every time I say that, we just top deck land. Probably also human bias, remembering the bad and not the good. Betrozen has a similar comment. He says 91% lose rate. So another thing that's interesting is that First off, I don't play these decks perfectly. I basically do it with 0 warm-up, right? Can, I guess get down to tap land here? No, I guess we cannot. Okay, that's fine. It's worth a torch to me. So yeah, I just show up, and I play the decks, and sometimes I haven't played some of the cards. Like yesterday, I hadn't played a lot of the mono-green landfall deck. I never played the Toph kind of 3-mana Earthbending enchantment. Never played the Earth King. Never played the 5-mana Warp enchantment thing, whenever you, like, a land enters, you create a 2. There are a lot of cards I haven't played. I just show up and I do the best that I can with it. So I don't play perfectly anyway. So I'm going to dilute versus someone who plays the same deck all day, every day for like 8 or 12 hours straight from, you know, Platinum to Mythic. I have no experience with it. So I'm going to make some mistakes anyway. So yeah, I will probably dilute the win rate a little bit. On the other hand, I'm a fairly experienced player, so I'll do some things well as well that they might miss. Okay, we hope to get a good hit off the Brynhildir here. Maybe an Ouroboros, that would be pretty sweet. Anything other than a land I would tolerate. Oh, damn, first Ouroboros, that is really lucky right there. It's huge. So maybe I dilute the win rate a little bit with lack of practice. Maybe I increase the win rate just by, like, generally being a decent player. But when I do the videos, I only do an hour straight. There's like maybe 3 games. Gotta haste anyway. There's like maybe 3 games, and so maybe I win some or lose some, but even if this is something I say all the time, even if I lose every single game, it doesn't mean the deck is not excellent. If I win every single game, it doesn't mean the deck is busted and broken. It's just like a very small sample size. Again, it's a news, what I do here is news reporting, right? We take decks that have larger sample sizes, ones that I can't replicate or don't have the interest to play, you know, 8-12 hours a day, and we just try them out for you guys. That's largely what the channel has become. The other thing is, a lot of the people that I'm seeing in these Platinum to Mythic runs or Diamond to Mythic runs, it's probably like their first time to Mythic, which is why they've had such an exceptional win rate, because their MMR is going to be low, so they're going to get paired against worse opponents, and so their first path to Mythic is unusually easy. Whereas I'm largely playing in like more competitive high Mythic, and so like, it's just tougher. Okay, looks good. Keep this. Does anyone have any turn 1 play? I guess we'll hold this open. I don't know. It's pretty obvious, I guess. Nope. That's fine. This will be my first best of 3 Reanimator, I think is what we're seeing here. Could Huntsman's Redemption. I guess we want the Curator down eventually. It doesn't have to be now. We could start investing in the Curator right now, though. And just take everything for a while. I think it's better to delay it. Man, I think we're going to start with just a breakout here. See if we can get another, like, Badger Maul or something. Let's shock this in again. Alright, fine. That's helpful. That was kind of a whiff. Dig 6 usually gets something good. Brood Spinner, Surveil 2, sack this creature. Okay. Card types. Reanimating Harvester would be pretty bad, so we want to get the Curator down this turn for sure. Leave open at least 1 mana. They dig through our graveyard. That's interesting. They go for it. We'll take the sweeper here. They still get the other guy. Still pretty good. Maybe we should have played it a turn earlier. Oh, they take ours. Oh. I honestly didn't think about that. I don't see that happen that often. Okay. Ramped up. Interesting. Blocks. Alright. Next goal is probably to get to a Roboroid. Land, creature, land sorcery. Can't quite get up to 4. Okay. Power. Yep, that'll do it. We can sack and kill the Brood Spinner now, I guess, because we're going to lose a lot of this anyway. Do we want this on top? Are we going to sack and search or not? I think we're running out of time a little bit. We're down to 12 here. One's got a 5-4. Blocks. I think you just get the Auroboroid here. Hold on just a little bit longer. Take 9 this turn. Then take some chump blocks. Try to come back. Okay, I think we're taking 9 if we can afford it. And then we're kind of at the mercy of the red dragon reanimated. Looking at my Huntsman Redemption, he might have a Awaken the Undead, kill any non-land permanent. Skaviro again. Summon Brynhildir. Next creature cast would have haste. I think we're taking 9. Creature, we could get land, enchantment, artifact pretty easily. So for 3 mana, we could get +4/+4. So it's 8 damage off of this. And then 14. Sorry, brain fart. 22. It's exactly lethal, I think. So we have creature. So here's a land. Now we have land creature. And here's a sorcery. I have a land creature sorcery. And here is an artifact. Land creature sorcery artifact. Exacxies. Alright. Go on to game 2. That was pretty close. Graveyard Hate. Is that what you're telling me? Do you put and pick your poison? Perhaps not. Sunspine Lynx. Honestly, is a lot of damage out of nowhere. That could be a huge finisher for us. Hellkites. I don't know if we need that per se. I think actually the Lynx could be a very good finisher. We don't really need a Braid or Torch, right? If we're making cuts for things. I'd rather put the Hellkite over that. Breakouts. Maybe we'll take out the Hellkite, leave the rest of the stuff. Artifact, Enchantment Flyer. I think it's too late. We'll put in the Soul Guides. I think the Lynx could be a great finisher. All their stuff is non-basics, right? 6 damage out of nowhere. On the draw. Great hand. Elf into Breakout. So we actually should have played a red source on 1 if we wanted to open up bigger plays. We could hit a Gene Pollinator? No, that wouldn't help either. Alright, probably a little bit of a mistake there. It's alright. So even if we hit... Yeah, there's nothing we can do. Alright, we'll do this. Do this. There's the Badger Mole, unfortunately. I think you still take it here. But if we had played red, then we would have opened up a fear of missing out this turn. We did not. So we should have like shocked in red on 1 or something like that. If we had thought through the rest of that series. Dude's got the sweeper already. I think we still go for a Roboid, unless you really try to fear missing out into, either they have it or they don't, right? Oh, God. You can either Roboid or you can dig 1 and hope the top card is Graveyard Hate, right? It's really slim. I don't think that's worth playing around. A 3 in 50 chance. But they have it. So that is probably game. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm good to scoop on that, right? We'll go ahead and see what the top card was. In case it was secretly the artifact. Take my Roboid, Salt to the Wound. Alright, card on top was... not it. It wouldn't have worked anyway. Let's go to game 3. Turns out this deck is just as fun in best of 3. Is there anything else we can do? Technically, you could do Case just to try to top deck the... just to give you more draws per turn. I think that's fine. Take out like a Lynx or something. Lynx is good, it's just that either you draw the Graveyard Hate or you don't, right? I'm gonna take out 1 Lynx here on the play. Okay, let's do it. Classic, turn 4. Auto win. No skill involved. No thought involved. Straight goldfish. Alright, let's do it. Last game of the day. Hand looks great. I think we'll try our breakout strategy again. And, yeah, look for Badger Mole if we can. Nope, that's right. We'll take it. Ooh, Badger Mole next turn. Okay, that's a lot of mana we'll have. We'll have huge ability to keep the graveyard at bay with Curator. As long as it doesn't die. Spinner? I think it doesn't matter which way, right? As long as we have enough red. Nope, I totally fucked that up. Whoops! Fuck. Okay. That's my bad. That was a huge whiff. Could have definitely deployed the whole hand there. Okay. Curator dead. Discard 0. Comes with haste. Could be way farther ahead than we currently are. More attack, down to 7. Mill 3, no sweeper. Surveil 1. 6 damage on board. That is not lethal. Doesn't have haste. That guy does have haste. Alright. That should do it. Hard whiff on the badge mold, though. Okay, well, that'll wrap up the day. I had fun. Best of it is just so much more interesting than Best of One, by far. It's just a better format. Maybe that'll change over time. Maybe a new VV will evolve, you know? But, yeah, this gameplay is just much more interesting, I think. It's more challenging, too. I can't really respond to comments as much. I have to think more, so. Cool. Thanks for watching. Yeah, these games are harder. These days are harder. This requires way more thought than Best of One did, which I think is good. I think it'll improve me as a player. I'll make more mistakes. I'll get more criticism in the comments. One of the interesting things is that it's impossible to ever receive a positive comment about gameplay. In my 4 years of doing this, I've never once heard someone say, that was a good move. You only ever get criticism for bad moves, and bad moves are very easy to spot on the replay. So, anyway, we'll continue to get better. All right, like and subscribe and leave a comment. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.